Hello everyone, my name is Disney Miss Lizzie and welcome to the review of The Legend of Ruby Sunday. Oh my god, what a start to the finale. And I was semi-right. So, in one of my shorts, I randomly looked at a clip featuring the toy maker. Wasn't too sure what I was looking for. I think some clues regarding something else. And he mentioned God. So I've made I did something with God. I'll put the actual video in here. So when the Doctor challenges the toy maker, he makes a reference, the toy maker that is, to the one who waits, which was then referenced by Maestro in The Devil's Chord. The toy maker also says that I gambled with God and I turned him into a jack-in-the-box. Now, two religious entities have been referenced by a link to the same character. So Maestro is the toy maker's offspring, and their episode was The Devil's Chord, and the toy maker referenced God. Is this a link to the big bad of the new series?
Coincidence? I think not!
So religion, it's such a Russell T Davies thing, as well as politics. He loves to write about religion. A huge atheist, but he likes to take stories from the Bible. I wrote about Doctor Who and religion for university, so I got to study it a little bit more in depth. But this is such a Russell T Davies thing, and oh my gosh, I'm so psyched that I kind of got it semi-right. Yes, I kind of got it right. Gosh, what a start to the finale. Very well done. Dang, right, I've just got to remember what I was actually going to say. I'm sorry. I'm just, wow. Loves the whole feel of the episode. Score that they've used from Home Alone, Time of the Bells by John Williams, is the most haunting piece of music. And to have that playing over the top of going into Ruby's memory, and I have to say that was one of my favourite parts from the episode that introduced us to Maestro, was Ruby tied with the musical notes whilst Time of the Bells was being played overhead and you had the falling snow. Extremely atmospheric, extremely haunting, and it suited the tone of this episode brilliantly. Props to Ncuti Gatwa. I thought his scene with Mel after he's punched the lifts and where he is being comforted by Kate, I think there he conveyed an older soul extremely well. So again, props to Ncuti Gatwa for that. And yeah, like I said at the very beginning, this is going to be reviews of me going, oh my gosh, he's so good, and he is. And yeah, I thought he did a remarkable job in conveying that old sense of, yes, I have a granddaughter, may not necessarily mean that I have children, I'm a Time Lord, you know how complicated my life is, you know, or how I feel about things is I bring destruction. Good twist for Susan, very good twist, because I just think, oh, Susan, wait, that was mentioned in Maestro's episode as well. The TARDIS isn't very well, which I put down as like the TARDIS is sick. I mean, that's my notes on my handwriting. It's just scrawled out of, oh my gosh, because I was so busy. But it was a really, thoroughly enjoyed these past two episodes. This is an extremely strong season finale, one that we haven't had for a while, and I enjoyed that. It was very difficult to take notes and to observe. I did forget to take some from the beginning to just, what's happened? And as you can tell, I'm talking very fast. A, because so excited, and B, I've got to run out in a minute, so it's going to be probably me being very excited in one part, cut to a clip, and then I'm going to be a lot calmer. So I've had time to sort of digest, but great use of suspense, and that is my key to go. Right, so I've just returned from my errand, and I've also been reading a little bit about the villain, and he has already appeared in a Doctor Who adventure with Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, in the Pyramids of Mars, which is again another Russell T Davies trick that he likes to pull, or another Russell T Davies fanboy moment where he brings in former Doctor Who villains and gives them a brand new makeover and bursts into life. So that's really cool. I like that it's still continuing on with that trend. The time window. Ooh, the time window. I liked that concept, and it's not surprising that it's something that UNIT has obtained. And I liked how the TARDIS became solid within that construction, within that timepiece. That was clever. That was really cool. I liked that a lot. I like the suspense that was built up. It's very atmospheric, extremely suspenseful, and you're waiting for the to come out, where you have that classic jump scare. Really very, very well done. Very good exploration of horror and how to create horror production. So very good. I loved that. The woman. I'm still... So when we think of the woman or Ruby's mum, I still think that's Ruby under there. I still think that she is her own mother, or not necessarily her own mother maybe, but she's always the one to drop herself off outside of the church. I'm still going to cling on to that theory. It could be completely and utterly wrong, but that's what I'm clinging on to, is that the woman is Ruby, and she points to the Doctor for the clue or something. She didn't leave the frame. So instead of leaving and disappearing out as you would do a normal person, or stepping out of shot, so she could have stepped to either the left or the right side where the camera didn't quite catch her, and she could have disappeared that way. But she flickered. Now there must be something in that flicker, that there must be something else in there. Anita Dobson, Mrs. Flood. Oh, okay, so she's definitely not Ruby. That's thrown that theory completely out of the window. It was a cool one, though. I really did like that one, because I did think, is that an older Ruby? And these are all different time slots and a paradox, and then they'll all come together and the timeline will be mended. Yeah, she's played a good villain. So she's a follower, I'm guessing. There's also something that Morris said, and it was something about the big main bad. I'll put it in here because I can't quite remember what he said, but in editing, I'll put it in here.
God knows we stopped enough of them. Except the obvious.
We'll get him.
So what does that mean? Are we now building up to the next season's enemy? Because that's a very odd remark to just throw out there. Is that, but we're still looking for that guy. We're still looking, when they're talking about Susan. So next week or Saturday, it's interesting. I don't know what's going to happen now. I genuinely don't have a clue as to what's going to happen. What would I like to happen? What would be my dream? Well, obviously my dream Doctor Who episode would have David Tennant come back, but there's only so many times you can get the guy out of retirement. Because I don't know how they defeated the villain from last time, I don't know how they're going to do it this time. Yeah, that's kind of everything that I can think of to say. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great twist. Ncuti Gatwa. Wonderful performance. He nails the Doctor's old soul when he can just be, if that makes sense. So although he's known to be quite a flamboyant Doctor, he's quite cheeky, he's extremely charismatic, he's got style, he's got flair, but when he shines is during those intimate moments, those moments where everything is stripped back. And he has captured the Doctor's old, tired, weary soul, and the energy that he has to carry on. He has to keep going to keep running away so he doesn't hurt people, and that came through extremely well in this episode. And I would have to say as well, in Rogue, those moments where he was left to his own devices, and in Dot and Bubble as well, during that final scene with Lindy Pepper, again he was allowed to and he owned it. He owned those performances. So top marks for Ncuti. One of the best season finales that have happened in a very long time. and I was gripped, I was hooked onto what was happening. Very similar with 72 Yards, was finding it difficult to make notes. The same was with this one. I was just, oh, okay, write notes, because I will forget, because something else will come up that will be, oh my gosh, this is so pressing, I need to speak about this. Yeah, so we will see what happens next week. I cannot believe we're already at the final. This just seems like the season's just gone whoop, and it's blink of an eye and it's all done, but thoroughly excited. Thank you so much for watching, for joining me. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and watch these reviews. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel and leave comments. You know, what are your thoughts about the finale? What do you think is going to happen? What did you think of Susan? What did you think of the twist that it was Susan? So please like, share, comment and subscribe. And for more Disney and Doctor Who content, please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So anyway, have an awesome day. Not long until the finale, and I cannot wait to see how this all ends. So anyway, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye guys, bye.